Hi everybody, June here from Red Daisy Crafts. It's so great to be here on this Sunday, August 11th. It's 4 p.m. here in San Antonio, Texas, Central, and I am glad to have you join us today. I'm just going to check the channel to make sure things are working. Yesterday I did some videoing, and oh my goodness, well, none of it worked because there was no sound when I was all done. So let's just make sure all that is working. And we will, then we'll get started. Okay, let's see for real. Looks like it's working. So yay. Glad for that. And I am excited to be here with you again this Sunday, and we are going to be playing still one more week with the Painted Petals. This has been a really fun paper pumpkin kit to work with, and I hope you've enjoyed some of the things that I shared over the last couple of weeks. So I just want to remind you that we are in still in the period of time for every celebration dies, and they are an add-on only for Paper Pumpkin subscribers in the retail store. You can get them as long as they are still available. So only while supplies last. I think you don't want to miss out on them. August is done. We yesterday was the last day to subscribe for the August Paper Pumpkin kit, and so that is over, and we are now in the September subscription period for Autumn Abundance. And this looks to be a really fun kit. There's a lot of watercolor, ephemera pack is inside of it. So a lot of fun, bright fall colors are in this kit. So don't miss out to get your cards ready for Thanksgiving. So please join me. Now we're going to get started. My first card, I don't have a sample put together, but I'm down to a few pieces really in the kit. And we are going to work with some elements that I had. Hi, Wanda. Thanks for joining. So glad you're here. I wanted to break out the pieces that I had and do what I could with this last week. So we are going to create this card here, and I have a Melon Mambo cardstock, which is 4 1/4 by 11, scored at 5.5 inches. And I have some of the card elements, the kit elements, I should say, and we'll talk about the sizes of these. I'm also bringing in this ribbon, and I'm going to tell you, I don't know the name of it, so let me get that. This is called Stripe. I think this is still active in the catalog, in the online store. To be honest, I'm not entirely sure, but it has a little bit of a scent sparkle to it. And so I am going to get myself out of the camera and bring us down to table. So I thought this would be a fun add to this card, because this card's going to be a pretty simple. So let me just tell you some of the measurements that I have. So I have, these are both envelope pieces. So you can see here, I have pieces from multiple envelopes. These are the leftovers from working in the kit. This one here is 2 3/4 by 3.5 inches. And we're going to use the the Melon Mambo side of this one. And then we are going to work with this piece, which is 2.5 inches by 3 3/4 inches. So we're going to have those pieces. Inside the card, I have a piece of envelope. This is from the Daisy envelope. This piece is 3 3/8 by 4 inches. And then I have a strip here that we're going to trim down, but this has this little leaf on here. I don't know if you can see that little leaf. And I thought, well, this would coordinate nice. I'm just going to put this right on here. I had this strip left over, and it'll just make a nice decoration on the inside of the card. So this piece here is 3/4 of an inch, and I'm going to make it by 4 inches so that it fits onto this piece very nicely. So let me move that out of the way and we will get started. So like I said, this is going to get trimmed off to match the edge of this piece here. And so I'm just lining that up right on here. And there we go. So that's just squared off there. And we're going to trim this piece off. So getting my scissors, there we go. That piece is gone. And then that's going to make the inside of our card, and we'll have a little decoration and room to write. Okay. And that seemed to work out really well. So we're going to put this down on the inside of our card base. So let's just see here so that we get it in the center. I think that looks good. Right there. All right, so that's our inside of our card base. Okay. And so then we have the outside that we're going to work on next. The first thing I want to do is I wanted to use this ribbon and tie it around the front. This is a piece I had already, so just so you know, it's probably way too long. You don't need this much. Probably need about 18 inches maybe at the most. And so I just am using this piece that was already cut, so to put a bow on here, and then we're gonna narrow it down so that's not giant on here, like so. And then we will trim off our extra. Okay, just like so. There we go. And now I don't have that around, getting lost and unused. So very nice. All right, so that's our piece here. Now we have one that is wider and shorter, and that one's going to go down onto the card base. So let me just scoot this around. There we go. So I want this to kind of go over the ribbon like this. It's going to, in a way, tack it down right here. So that's going to be great about that. So I am going to, you know what, I'm going to use one of these strips that was in the kit, and I'm going to put that right down here underneath the ribbon. That's going to get covered up anyhow. And that will tack that ribbon down, and I won't have to worry about putting any glue on there and making it all gooey. All right. So like I said, this is going to go here, and it's going to go a bit at an angle. Okay. So let's see. I really want my angle to be this way. All right. So it's going to go right there, and that we're going to glue down. All right. And so I'm just using my multi-purpose liquid glue on here. And so we are getting this put down. It's tilting off to the right like so. And we may need to put a little bit of glue down here. Let's see if I can get it on this edge. There we go, just to get that to lay down nicely, nicer than it was. So how is everybody doing today? Please say hello in the comments so I know you're here. And I think I would like a glue dot in this one little corner that's still poking up. So I just want to get that all tacked down. Very nice. All right. So now that's all nice and secure and has a fun little ribbon on here just to give a little bit of bling to this. All right. Now this one's going to come in and it's going to be kind of going over this. Okay. So you have it going the other direction, but I'm going to put it on with dimensionals. And I have my little pack of goodies here because I don't want to use little tiny ones on here that came in the kit. I'm going to use the regular size of dimensionals on here. And so we have put 5 on there to give it support on the back side. So let's see here if I can get all these little covers out of the way. And then we will stick this on here. So it's tilting in the other direction. And I'm getting a little bit on all 4 corners. So it's just like that right in the center of the card. Okay. So then we're going to add a sentiment to this. And then we'll add some of our sequin that come along. Hey, Susan, how are you doing today? Yes, I don't always take the time. And I'm saying I don't always take the time to do it here on the live, but this is really fun. We're doing insides on all the cards today. And you're right, this is so easy and simple, and it is sometimes hard to know what to put in there. So yay, thanks. I appreciate that call out. How is everybody doing? Are we having a good weekend? You accomplishing your goals for this weekend? We are going to stamp a sentiment, and I think I want this long one here. So I don't think I have it out yet. So I'm going to get my stamps here and pull off that one. And as soon as I have it put down, I will tell you what it says. So it says, I'm so lucky to have you in my life. Yes, that's going to be brilliant on here. And it's going to go just like so. And since we are working with Melon Mambo, I would like to use the Melon Mambo ink with this kit. And this is not the ink that came with the kit. So I'm just using my supply of ink. And then we are going to just lay it out in this bubble that they gave us. And then we will you are not late, Kathy. I just got started. So maybe 14 minutes in, but I'm glad you found us. I'm glad you found us. I know sometimes, even for myself, it gets tricky to find things. Like Wanda's over on YouTube, and sometimes that's easier if you decide to do that one time. All right, so I also have, I don't have many left, but I also have some of these little strips left here. School starts Thursday. Oh, back to school, huh? 4 kids in different schools. Yay. That will be fun. So, this is the same as this, and I don't think it's bad to use it. So I think we'll use this right here just to kind of ground this sentiment on here. And so I wish I had a green one. I think a green one, the old olive one, would look nice, but we don't have them. Those are used up. So let's just put this one on here like so. And I'm just going to use some of my multi-purpose liquid glue and put that down like so. And then we will use some of our small dimensionals that we have here. And put one down here, and we'll put, let's see. Yeah, we can put one right here, and that will hold that in place because it's going to go a little bit up here. All right, so I want to make it even across here, like so. And there we go. All right, so there is our first card. Really simple, not a lot of pieces. I added cardstock and this ribbon, which I know we all have ribbon and we all have cardstock. So you can just add those extra pieces and you will be good to go. So yay, I really like how this came out. Just we're at the end of the items left to work with. So all right, next we have a really beautiful card. We're going to use the daisy envelope, and I love how this came out. So here's our card with the daisy envelope. All right, and then here's the inside. So again, I have used the card base of the daisy to create this card. I added in the cardstock and this piece of cardstock, and the rest is coming from the kit. Now, I did pull some other sequin out, but I have sequin from the kit to use on the one we'll make today. And this is from the card front. So just a different way of putting this card together. Instead of using the card base that was in the kit, I cut it up to create something a little bit different. Okay, and so we are going to make that. I have all the pieces here ready to go. A bump kind of in my card base here. You know what? I think I accidentally started to cut on there. I bet that's where the blade went in. That's probably what that's from. It was just one little tiny nick. Okay, so we're going to set that there as our guide, and we will get started. So what I did on this card front, I trimmed it down to 3 3/4 by 5 inches. And this piece is the exact same size. Okay. So they are the exact same size. And this one is go on the inside of the card. The other one is going to go on the front, which is opposite of how they were intended for the kit. So, but I love that this is light enough that you can write right over it and leave a greeting. Okay. So this is our inside, and you can write right on top of that. Oh, wow, Kathy, that's right. You retired, and that is, am I right? Did you retire this year? And so you're not teaching this fall? That's so exciting. I think that's what I remember. All right, so then we have this piece. Again, it's 3 3/4 inch by 5 inches, and that's going to go on the front of our card. Tried to make these pretty simple. I don't think we'll be here a whole hour tonight. but that's okay if we are. I enjoy spending time with you. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. Well, congratulations again on that retirement. That's fantastic. All right. So this is Calypso Coral, and we are just putting this across here. It's kind of at the center line, but going towards the bottom. So I'm not, I didn't really measure it. So you can see here, I think I got it about in the same place, but this could be up a little more. It's not really the very, very important, but it is the lower part of the center. And so I am just going to glue this right down on top of this card base like so. And that is going to go there like that. Then we have the envelope piece from the Daisy card, and this one is 2 1/4 inches by 4 inches. Okay, and it's just a nice accent piece on this front to really brighten things up. And so we are going to use dimensionals to put this on, and we're going to use 5 of them to give it some good support. And because we are just using 1 layer of dimensionals, this should still be good in a regular forever stamp. Should be good with this card. So we are going to just do our best to center this right here. Okay, like so. Actually, this looks like it's a little bit off. Let me see if I can do these one more time. If you're super gentle, you might be able to pick up some stuff here. Okay, so now I realize I gotta do this one down here. There we go. All right, that's better. That's better. We were a little bit crooked. So, all right, then we're going to use the You're Simply the Best for this one. And on here, I chose to use the Mossy Meadow ink. I thought that really brought out the Mossy Meadow that is in the kit. And so we are going to use that right here. And we're going to stamp this bubble. I really... I'm trying to be more mindful about using my mat, my foam mat with the photopolymer. I just like how it comes out better when I remember to use it. It's just such a prettier stamp image with the mat underneath. So there we have that. Okay, so you are simply the best. We can always use that, right? Always. Okay, so I put this on dimensionals, and I'm going to use some of these smaller ones here to do that. We probably don't need all of these, but we have them, so we're going to use them. And yeah, these are going together really quickly, right? Yeah, so easy. All right, so we are going to put that on there like so. Okay, and I realized we did not put any sequin on our first card, so we'll do that before we go on to the third card. But so I'm taking one of these and I am slipping it right under here. I really like how this looks. I'm not sure who taught me this. I've seen several people doing it. I think Rachel does that sometimes, Erica, whatnot. But I just really like how it's kind of hidden there, and it kind of causes it to pop out. So there is our second card. So pretty, right? And fun. So light and easy. All right, so let's put some of these on here. Let's see. So let's put one here, and we'll put one, I think we'll put it here. Oh, you know what? I want to hide it under. That's what I want to do. Just gonna put it right under there. And then we'll do one more right here. There we go. That'll be that one. Yeah, lovely. Thank you, Wanda. Thank you so much. All right, so those are our 2 cards that we have made so far. I'm going to move this out of the way. I believe we're going to need the Calypso Coral ink last. So I'm just going to move it on top and get us set up for that. All right. Keep our ruler handy. And all right, so this one is probably the one that will take the longest. It's a fun card though. I said we were going to use Calypso Coral, but the one I made was Calypso Coral. So here is our 3rd card, and I just really love this layout. It's so fun. There's a lot of pieces to it, so like I said, it'll probably take us a little bit longer. What tool are you using to get your sequence up? Oh, this is a take your pick tool. This is my favorite tool in the whole world. I am not kidding. If you don't have one already, you must have one. It's fantastic for kits because you can use it for glue dots. You can use it to take the covers off of your glue dots, and I just love it. So take your pick tool is what that is. All right, so here is our card again, and I made it in Calypso Coral, but I have everything here, and we're going to make it in the Melon Mambo with Melon Mambo because I didn't have enough pieces still to do another one. You can see I fussy cut some of the flowers out. Yeah, you're welcome. I cut some of the flowers out, and so we are going to put this together. So I am starting with a Melon Mambo card base, 4.5 by 11, scored at 5.5, and we're just gonna burnish our fold line there. Good. And so we are good to go on that. I have a piece of the card front here that is going to go the full height of the card. So this is 5.5, and then it's by 2.25 inches. Okay, so it's just going to go right up the center. All right, then we have other pieces. Now this because I had cut things up, I had leftovers. So I have a piece here of also of the card base that is, well, it's 1 7/8 by 5 inches, and it's going to go on the inside. And then I have a piece of the envelope here that is 4.25 by 3.25, and that's going to go on the inside. So let's put our inside in first. Okay, I'll move that aside, and I'll show you how I'm doing this on this front right here. So this piece is just going to go on to the left side of the inside of the card bottom. All right, so I'm just putting it like so. And that's the inside. And then we have this that's going to go right here. And then you have this space to write a message. Isn't it pretty? I just love this. And I'm appreciating all of your kind comments. Thank you. I love to hear from you guys when I'm crafting, so I know if you are enjoying it. And because that's the whole reason I'm here, is to provide something that is fun and that you will enjoy. So what do you think about this inside, Susan? You liked the other one. Do you like this one? I love it, don't you? So nice. All right. So this piece is going to go down the front of the card base, just like so. And I'm going to line up my card base on my mat here so it can help me make sure I get it in the center. I am wanting this to be as close to the center as possible. So now I'm just making sure it's even on here. All right, so now we got that, and I'm going to set it aside. Oh, good. I'm glad you like it. All right, so we are going to use the flowers, but not yet. All right. So how this works is we're going to have a layer, and I believe it goes like this. Oops. That doesn't seem like the right size. This is not the right size. That is the right size. We're going to have to cut a new melon mambo piece because that's not right. All right. I believe it's 3 3/8. Oh no, 3.5. So I need a 3.5 inch square piece of melon mambo. So we are going to cut a new piece because this is not working. It is not the right size. So let me see in my scrap bin over here from cutting before if I have any melon mambo left. I don't. I'm going to have to cut from a new piece. That's all right. That's all right. We want it to be right. So 3.5 inches is what we need. 3.5 inches. We'll set this aside. It'll be another card base, and so we need it to be 3.5 inch square. There we go. And now we will be good. All right. Okay. All right. So this is how we're starting with this piece, just like that. And then this one, this is the one I think that is 3 3/8, but we will double check it. I believe it's 3 3/8 square. That's right. And this one I did some distressing on. And this is just a piece of the envelope that I used. It is an amazing tool, Wanda. Thank you. It does have, oh yeah, I haven't even explored all of the attachments. And you're right, it has a really cool perforating attachment. I keep thinking I'm going to do a live and go through all of the attachments that are with the take your pick tool, and I just haven't done it. Because I think, you know, it's such an amazing tool. All right, so I'm just using the sharp edge of the scissors here, and I am just, if I can try to show you this, I am just distressing this on the edge, okay? And it's just causing little white flecks of paper to come off and go everywhere. But I like this because it's going on to this melon mambo piece and it's not going to have a lot of a border around it, but it's going to help call attention to that. And so I like that piece is going to be distressed. So let me see if I can give you a close-up of that. Yeah, that's how it'll look. And you can see here on this one, it just helps to call out that edge a little bit more. So we have this piece. So we're going to put this down. We're just going to build as we go because every layer is a little bit more getting us to where we want to be. All right, so that looks good. There we go. Yay. All right, so now we have 4 pieces, and I want to make sure I have it correct now that it's kind of a little bit jumbled up, because I believe this one is here like that. And then this one down here. That looks right. Okay. All right. So we are going to glue on the squares here. Now, when I made this piece, each of the Melon Mambo squares are 1.5 inch square. Okay. Then the pieces that I'm putting on top, which are from the card base, okay, they are 1.25 inch square. But what I did was I took the card base and I narrowed it down so that I was able to make sure that when I cut these pieces out that I was getting that floral image in there. So remember, this was the, so-called shadowing behind. So that's going to go on here like so, and this one's going to go on here like that, and so on and so forth. And it's going to make our background. And then similar to how we had put before, the flower die cuts on top, they will go on top of this as well, but not so much as a shadow. This is because it's not going to line up the way that it did on the card front, but it's just a nice little background to bring in that splatter look. And I just really like how it came out. So now it's going to go there like so. All right. The brush is also, yes. So for die cutting, there is a brush tool that can go on to the Take Your Pick tool as well. So for example, these, if you twist this, it unlocks it. And so inside there's a spatula that's in here. And then this side is the putty end. And you can use it to pick stuff up because things stick to it. So the putty end, like you can pick paper up with it. I'm actually at the end. It's my first time ever, but I'm actually at the end of my putty, and you can get replacement. I have one somewhere. I just need to replace it because this is at the end of it. But it will pick up paper. Like if you're, holding on to something and it falls, you can just grab it off the floor with that little piece of it. So really, really fun. All right, so I'm going to take these off and leave them in the order that they need to go on. And I'm going to start in one corner. And I want about a little bit of 1/8 of an inch here around the edge. So I'm going to just make sure I get that there. And then we're going to put the catty corner on. I think it's the best way to get things straight. And so this one is going to go up here like so. Just making sure it looks like it's the right distance. And then we have this one that's going to go down here. And this just makes it easier to line it up now, right? Because I have this one, I have this one. It's just getting them all lined up. So nice. All right. And then we have the last one that we'll put on. And that will go right here like so. And very nice. And that's our 4 squares. So we actually have 4 layers, right? We have the bottom, the melon mambo, the envelope, the white piece. Then we have more melon mambo. Then we have a piece of the card base right here. And that's what's going to go on top of here in the center like that. And we're going to put it on with dimensionals. Now, before we do that, I want to put some linen thread on here. And I like to make sure I have enough. And then I'm going to get all the kinks out before I use it. So I do that by just taking it through my fingers like so. You can see how it changes. So we got the kinky curly over here. and then you have the straight side, right? It just makes it easier to tie and make bows if it's not kinky curly. All right, so I am going to take this and get me plenty of a tail here, and we're just going to wrap it around. I'm going to go 3 times this time. That's my favorite. All right, so now I'm going to try and straighten that out a bit. There we go. I'm going to tie this off in the center just so it's taut. I want it to be taut so it's not moving around too much. And then I'm going to make a loopy bow. So big loopy bow there. Just like so, right? And then we will cut off some excess. There we have that. All right. And that's our bow with the linen thread. So far all I've added is some cardstock and the linen thread, right? Now this is going to come on and go right here, and we're going to put it on with dimensionals. So I have my bigger dimensionals here. And so we're going to put that on like so. Okay. And this card might weigh a little bit more. You'll need to check it because we have this extra cardstock that we've used in the layers and stuff. So we just want to make sure, you know, that you're not sending it off without the proper postage. All right. So now we're going to take some of our flowers and we're going to trim them out of this, which we've done before. It isn't our first time with this, right? And once we get it apart, we'll figure out where we will trim because we can't use it all. We'll use what we can, that's for sure, but we cannot use the whole piece. That just doesn't fit properly. So let's see, we got this here. So I actually think we're going to end up cutting off the bottom leaves right here. So I think I'm going to end up taking this piece off with the white piece here. So let's just keep trimming off what we have and get that out of the way. And then I think this is where we're at. So I think that's what we're going to end up with is right here. I'm just going to trim that off like so. Yep, that's going to be perfect. So that's how I ended up cutting it off at the bottom. So this is really what I took off of there. Okay, so you can get a good idea of what that looks like. All right. Now, what I did on this other one is I actually tacked these stems down. You can see on the orange one, they are like the tiniest little stems, but I actually tacked them down with some glue. And then the flowers, I put some dimensionals on. So we're going to use some dimensionals here to put our flowers on. And I think I can use this big dimensionals there. And then we're going to put some glue on the stems. Just to help them stabilize. All right, so we'll take our covers off here, and then we will put this down right in the center. And I'm just holding these down to get them to adhere down. But that is how it looks on there. And then these are just on here with dimensionals. Now, again, we are still only one layer of dimensionals on here because where we stuck them is none of them are on top of each other because we have them up here. I have one in the center here, but the flowers are over here. And so that's not going to be a problem. Now these are nicely tacked down. Okay. Now I am going to take and try to move this up just a little bit. So it's a little bit underneath that edge there. So I like how that is there. All right. So the last thing we need to do is put our sentiment on. And I'm trying to figure out which one. This one, you can see I was able to like tack it in to the flowers there and put that one on. This one, there's not as much space unless we go on this side. So let's see what we got here. I don't think I have to go to a new bubble sheet yet. All right, so let's see what we have. So that one would fit right there. Is that the same one? It is. All right, so let's do that. But now I need to clean. I need to clean my stamp. Where is it? Here it is. Here's my cleaner. So, well, this isn't the one, but it needs to be cleaned too. And this one doesn't. It needs cleaning as well. But here's the one I want. Yes, that's the one. All right. And it says, friends like you make life beautiful. Awesome, right? All right. So I confused myself earlier, but I want the Melon Mambo ink here. All right. So this right here is going to go like that. Let's scoot up. So I'm in this bubble right here. Just trying to make sure I got it all centered. Oh, thank you, Maggie. I'm so glad you like them. Thanks for joining. Appreciate that so much. It's always nice to see new names on here. So thank you. All right. So here we have this other bubble, and I think we can put it in here like so. Let's just see how we might tack it in here, because can I get it under there? Not really. I think we're just going to have to put it on top, folks. I don't see how I can get it unless I put it all the way. Now it's going to hang off down there. I think it's just going to have to go on top. All right. So this is going to go here, and I'm going to just trim off an edge here and get one more on this side, and we will put these down like so. So I hate to cover up those beautiful leaves. I'm going to see if I can get it down low enough. There we go. I think that'll be good. Isn't it cute? I just love it. Now we are two dimensionals tall on here. So it would definitely need an extra ounce probably on this particular card to mail it. Okay. And so now let's put on some of our sequin. Okay. And let's see how we have it. We're going to put one right here on this side. And then I think I'm going to put one right up here. And then let's put one here with a smaller one, like that. Actually, I'm going to see if I can scoot this one down just a little bit. There we go. And then I'm going to do one more small one right down here. All right, there we go. So pretty, isn't it? I love this layout. I happened to come across another card on Pinterest, and let me see if I can tell you if it knows. Oh, I think no, that's not it. I don't think it said who it was from. It was just one that somebody had posted. So I don't know who it was from, but I really liked it. I think these are so beautiful. So we made this gorgeous like window behind there. This fun little simple layout, and this one too. Each of these are really simple, to be honest, and don't take up a ton of time or a lot of supplies. Let me get this out of the way. So fun. This has been an amazing kit. Last week we made the sampler, and I know you guys enjoyed that. So thank you so much for being with me today and getting to hang out with this kit one more time. I'm really got my fingers crossed that our August kit will arrive by next Sunday, and we will unbox it and hopefully make at least one alternate card. That's always my goal. If it does not, I will be coming back with some of the other kits that are in the online store. So if you have not seen the latest kits, you should go check them out. I am definitely going to be bringing some of those to you. If we don't do it on a Sunday, it'll be another time. But I also wanted to say thank you to all the ladies that were able to join on Friday evening for the Craft and Connect. Thank you so much. I really enjoyed that. If you are in the Paper Pumpkin and Kit Hangout group, you have the ability to sign up for a Craft and Connect and hang out on a Friday or a Saturday night each month and get some of those kits done. That's my mission, is to get kits done so that we have more, can bring more fun home with us and make more fun kits. So thank you again for such a lovely evening, and I look forward to seeing you again soon. Bye-bye. I'm here next Sunday, Kathy, every Sunday at 4 p.m. Central. See you then.